Yo, what is up guys? It's the Nightwing at Way of Life Esports coming at you guys with another video here today. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about Team Vitality. So coming into the LEC 2022 Spring Split, Team Vitality bought a super team to help them compete in the LEC so they could win their first ever LEC title. Now, if you guys actually don't know this because you are just new to watching a competitive League of Legends, Team Vitality came into the EULCS LEC the same year as G2. G2 entered through the Challenger Series in 2015 summer for the EULCS summer split of that year. They started competing in 2016 alongside Team Vitality, and their roads have not even been close to the same. Team Vitality has been either a middle-of-the-pack team or the worst team in the league, either due to poor management, poor roster decisions, poor coaching staff choices, whereas G2 has had pretty much the best run you could ever think of, honestly. It's been really crazy to look at their runs from the year they actually entered into the EULCS and then later on the LEC. So coming into the LEC 2022 Spring Split, they bought a super team, actually, and it's very, very well known through behind the scenes that they have a lot of money. And they brought in players, big name players, actually. And I thought to myself, if you look at the past year about what they're bringing into for 2022, is this really a super team? Now, on paper, if it all works out, yes, it's going to be a top 4 roster. But you look at Alfari, right? Alfari did well in the LCS, but, at Worlds 2021, he got pretty exposed by the Asian top laners. I'm sorry, he got pretty exposed, and then toward the latter half of the LCS 2021 summer split, toward the end of playoffs, not the beginning part where Team Liquid were actually taking over for a little bit there and playing really, really good, he started to have a lot of holes in his gameplay. Like, he literally just potentially maybe wins lane and then does nothing with his lead. Like, ever. He probably wants his jungler to pretty much go all in for his lane, which is not going to be possible every single game. Selfmade played okay on Vitality in the LEC 2021 summer split, because before that he was with Fnatic for the spring split. He played okay with Leader. I thought him and Leader just, on paper, looked like it could have been a pretty good mid-jungle duo, but it just didn't pan out that way. So he was alright, and I was like, okay, you have an alright jungler there. He's got really nice mechanical skill from the eye test. He's really good. And then you also bring in Perks over Leader, which on paper is an upgrade, but if you look at Perks' 2021 year, he played well in spring for Cloud9 for the LCS 2021 spring split, but ever since MSI 2021, all the way to Worlds, and there's been a pretty big inconsistency in Perks' mid lane gameplay. Now, if you look at the context of this year, I think Perks actually was a top 4 mid in the LEC. I've said that on my Cloud9 podcast. I think he actually played really well this year overall, despite a lot of people saying he played like shit. I think he played pretty well, actually. I thought he was their best player, honestly. So Perks, he panned out the way I thought he would. Solid top 4 LEC mid laner, right? Karzi and Labrov. You bring in Karzi, who was not the best part of Mad Lions at all, and Labrov, I thought had some potential. I had him on one of my LEC All-Pro teams, like on the 3rd place team. I thought he was actually pretty decent. I thought he was offering some good stuff, but never ever lived up to anything that I had it for expectations for him, honestly. Like, Karzi and Labrov were the worst bot lane in the LEC, bar none. They were probably as worse as Astral's bot lane in some games. So all of these super players that they thought they were bringing on, Alfari definitely underperformed to a certain extent, and yes, also underperformed in the playoffs when you're getting stomped by Finn, of all people. Then you also have the bot lane, who was completely invisible. They had like one good series, which was against G2, where after that, G2 started going on their undefeated streak, actually, because they're still now currently undefeated at MSI 2022, actually, which is really crazy, Perks, I think, just completely mentally boomed in that game 3 when he was playing Akali, actually, and Selfmade played about as well as anyone expected, and then there was this other rumor that came out, and then it was confirmed that they are actually going to be benching Selfmade, for Haru, who was playing on Samsung Galaxy back in 2017. He's been in the ERLs currently with X7 Esports, and now we have another development into that story, which comes out today. So I'm sorry if I mispronounce this. It's pronounced Anon Imotum. So, sources with Anamitotum Vitality are signing 2 junglers for LEC. Former X7 jungler Haru will be the starter. Bo will develop next split as a substitute for the future of the LEC team, as the player's potential is rated very highly. So if you guys don't remember who Bo played on FPX last year. It was actually in the spring split of the LPL 2021 spring split actually. Then what ended up happening was he got in trouble for match fixing. So he got in trouble for match fixing, and he legitimately got in some big trouble actually. So he got some trouble actually before, and then what ended up happening was no team wanted to sign him. That's what ended up happening. So that happened, and you got to kind of factor in, you're like, fuck, this guy pretty much is not going to be playing League anymore, right? So it's really crazy to have them potentially now sign Bo, but it makes sense. Like, a lot of teams were predicted to sign Bo when they just did it. Now, this pretty much means Selfmade's out. It has to, obviously. All right, and sorry you guys saw my DMs to Mr. Sean you guys see on the show. Oh my goodness. Okay. My bad. Recording a League of Legends video. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. Shit. I left Sean backstage for like 12 minutes. Holy fuck. So, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay. So, sources. Team Vitality signed Haru and Bo. Selfmade will be on the bench. And it's been pretty well known that Selfmade is a difficult player to work with. Like, that's been pretty well documented, that Selfmade is a pretty hard player to work with. And that must have been something, obviously. Maybe he was too selfish with his gameplay. Maybe he potentially, like, didn't want to play what the team needed. He didn't gank a certain lane. I don't know. It could be a myriad of things, obviously. Team Vitality are signing 2 junglers for their League of Legends European Championship team, sources told Upcomer. Jungler Haru, who already signed with the team, will be the starter for the LEC summer split. During that time, Bo will develop as a substitute, acquiring his visa and learning English. The plan is for Bo to start in 2023, if not earlier. This information follows Vitality's benching of Selfmade, who's still under contract with the organization. The decision to bench Selfmade was a request by the whole Vitality player roster and coaching staff made to the management. The reason for that request is not due to any outside of the game, but due to different visions in how to play the mid to late game on the Rift. Holy fuck, it's that big of a problem. They just can't agree on how to play the game, and you could see that in Selfmade's gameplay, because even Fnatic had issues with that too. Like, Yamato Cannon was pretty open that Selfmade just sees the game differently, and it's so different that you just can't make it work for a team environment, honestly. Selfmade's contract was initially extended to 2024 in order to align with it with the players on the roster. This was an attempt to put Selfmade in the best conditions possible in order to succeed with the team. Alongside Haru, Vitality considered Skeens from their own Vitality B team. This followed a good performance at the European Masters of Spring 2022. At the tournament, Vitality B and Skeens reached semifinals before losing to Carmine Corp with a score of 3-2. Carmine Corp later won the tournament. Overall, the LFL team remains a good project where Skeens found his feet as a player. This led to Vitality deciding to acquire Haru from X7 Esports. X7 qualified for EU Masters by winning the Northern League of Legends Championship final against Bifrost with a score of 3-0. At the tournament, X7 reached quarterfinals where they lost against LDLC. Despite that, Haru really made a splash into ERLs this year. Haru is known for his time with Samsung Galaxy, where he won the League of Legends World Championship in 2017 while being a substitute jungler to ambition at the time. He did see some play time. He was often seen as more the mechanical type of jungler on Samsung Galaxy. For Bo, despite being highly rated by players like Doinby, he has a hard time finding a home in China due to a match-fixing issue that got him banned for 4 months in 2021. Since then, Bo was a substitute for Fun Plus Phoenix, but will now be sold to Vitality. While Haru will be the starter, Bo will be in development this year for the future of the LEC team, as he is rated as a player with very high potential by the organization. So yeah, Haru even himself right now is coming in as a substitute for Bo, because they say Bo is going to be developing. Let's just be honest here. Bo is not going to be developing. If Haru starts not playing very well with the current lineup they already have, they are simply, literally, just going to put in Bo. I know they say they want to start him in 2023, but let's be honest here, guys. If Haru starts playing bad, they'll just play Bo, and Selfmade is benched, and they're most likely going to try to find Selfmade a new team. Like, he's been on SK Gaming, Fnatic, and Team Vitality. I mean, is Selfmade, is he like the new Dardock or something? He's going to make a fucking circus ride, ring around the rosy loop-de-loop around all these teams, you know, because people know how good Selfmade is. It's just, maybe he wants to be an absolute carry jungler, and that just won't really work. Like, I don't know. If he can't work with Perks and Alfari, established veteran players with a lot of experience, who can he work with then, you know? But yeah, what do you guys think about Vitality signing Haru and Bo and Selfmade being bitch? Are you a fan of Team Vitality? Please let me know. I will see you guys later. Like, comment, and subscribe. Most of all, enjoy MSK all day, every day. And I'm oh, fucking hell. That's my other channel name. I'm the Nightwing, and Way of Life Esports is signing out, guys. Peace.